My people, it is a very painful thing to remember Asaba massacre. Asaba massacre, seeking healing. A lot of Nigerians don't know what happened. 7th October 1967, a lot of atrocities happened in the land of Asaba. Nigerian soldiers committed a lot of atrocities.
That is goodbye till we meet no more.
During Biafra war, Nigerian soldiers gathered all the male child and adults in Asaba and massacred them all. They killed many people. They killed both to adults, all the male child for inside Asaba.
1970. Anya biaka ije zutande aya Nigeria. Bia bulegu. Anya maro no bo a game of death ka iba n'imia.
In remembrance of Asaba massacre, on the 7th October 2022, we be sit at home in entire Biafra land. On that day, it is expected that all schools, all markets, all churches, all banks will shut down for the remembrance of Asaba massacre. Anybody where hear my voice, making talk to him brother, making talk to his sister, making one in children, making one everybody, where they close to them. This order is coming from Biafra spokesperson Simon Ekpa. Asina nti adahari he ebubisi ise soloya intiminsi. Any ear, when they hear word, as they cut head in, as so they go cut ear, full
they open fire. Where will you go? Machine gun, Gahube our people. And they were slaughtered in thousands.
Onyo na ne ya bo pu ya ni na bu ye na amen. Anyi we na ase eze bu bede ngozi. Na no tuto na ejamma na nsopuru site na ebige bi maro na ebige. Ise.
Welcome my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, friends.
Wherever you are watching from. If you are watching from any part of Biafra land, you are watching from any part of the zoo, you are watching from any part of Africa, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, any part of the world you are watching from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, save you, and secure you. I appreciate everybody who have joined this broadcast this evening. Please kindly share the broadcast as you're joining. Share the broadcast in any group where you belong. In any group where you belong, share the broadcast to family and friends. Share it to people who are close to you for them to get the information, because we are in a critical time. A time that we must not leave any stone unturned. We have to do everything possible, anything at our reach, to make sure we pass the information and it will get to the right source. More especially to our fellow Biafrans. This is the time that we have to talk to ourselves, a time to encourage Biafra, because it's a difficult time. Every single one of us as Biafrans, regardless your religion, regardless your tribe, regardless your location, if you can tell yourself the truth, you know that we are in a difficult time. In a difficult time. That is the time we're in. And this is a time where every one of us have to come together as one. A time where we have to be our brother's keepers. A time where we have to forget envy, jealousy, gossip, and blackmail. A time we have to focus on the freedom of the Biafran people. A time we have to focus on the actualization of Biafra, which Mazen Nandekano has spoken about. Mazen Nandekano, while he was with us, told us about today that we are in. And that time that we've been waiting for, we're in it now. And anywhere you are on the planet Earth, you have to pay attention to the situation of things. You have to pay attention to what is going on. You must pay attention to the stage that we are in now. Time have passed when we were crying online. We cry, we shout, we complain, we call on people, we appeal to people. Time has passed. We are now in the liberation of Biafra. We have cried enough. Nobody seems to listen. We call on the international community. They refuse to listen. We cry to the Amnesty International. Nobody is paying attention. We have called to male world organizations and all countries of the world. They seem not to pay attention or understand what we are talking about. That is why today we have taken a different dimension to liberate Biafra by ourselves. And any Biafran, wherever you are watching from, you have to know that we are in the time of liberation. It is you and I that will liberate Biafra, nobody else. If you know wherever you can play your own role, go and start playing your own role. If you're going to be one of the men on the ground, stand firm. Chukwu Kabia will be with you. You will never lose your life. If you are good at broadcasting, begin to send out information. Broadcast more than ever. If you're one of those who is joining in civil disobedience in Biafra land to let the people know that we are not part of the zoo, continue to do that and increase it. If you're one of the prayer warriors praying for Biafra, just as our Supreme Amazon said that there are people who are praying for Biafra day and night, making sure that Chukwu Kabiam hears our voice. If you're one of those, continue to pray. Pray more. Don't relent in your prayer. Don't relent in your prayer. Add fasting to your prayer, because that time that Mazin Nagana have been talking about has come. The new dimension. Today, the Biafran struggle have taken a new dimension. And I must tell you and remind you, anybody that is watching, in case you are not a Biafran or you are a Biafran, you don't know why we are asking for self-determination. You don't know why we are asking for Biafra. You have to listen carefully. We are not asking for Biafra because of marginalization. No, that is not the reason. After all, every other tribe is marginalized, as they claim. We are not asking for Biafra because of our resources. No. Every state in the Zoological Republic have their own resources. We are not asking for Biafra out of hatred. No. The Biafrans are the most loving people and they are everywhere. We are asking for Biafra because the Zoological Republic has made us an endangered species and our life is at stake. That is why we are asking for the state of Biafra. This is why we are fighting day and night, and we must fight to restore Biafra. Just as our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu said, that Biafra is a place where the oppressed people run and are saved. That is the meaning of Biafra. Biafra is a child of necessity. We didn't just wake up to begin to act for self-determination. We didn't just wake up to begin to take the action that we are taking today. We have come a long way. Everyone watching all over the world, with evidence, you wouldn't tell me that you are not saying it. The international community have said it. The Amnesty International have the record on video. All this while, the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, have been protesting, asking for self-determination, unarmed. They never armed themselves. They never killed anybody. They never attacked anybody. All they were doing was raising a flag and asking for self-determination. All they were doing is gathering to encourage each other. All they were doing is to gather and pray together. But all this while we are asking for self-determination peacefully with our flag, what they do is that the military will come. The Zoological Republic military will come and open fire, and many people will be shot and killed. They have killed Biafrans in several locations. The evidence are all there. I will not bore you by playing the videos here. The evidence are everywhere. Several times when they have attacked the Biafrans unarmed, simply because they were holding flags, they came and killed Biafra people. They have shot Biafra people on different cases, on different occasions. You can still remember about the Uzu River in Anambra State. You can still remember so many places where they have killed the Biafran people only because they were asking for self-determination, a legitimate right supported by international law, supported by African Charter law, and also by Nigerian law itself. And yet, simply because Biafrans are asking for self-determination, that is why we are being termed as an enemy. That is why we are treated with disdain. That is why we are dehumanized, and that is why we are being massacred. It continues to happen again and again. And we cannot continue to fold our hands. Time has come for us to defend ourselves. It is only a tree that we hear that they want to cut it down and to stand on this place. Even animals go for self-defense. Animals defend themselves when you go after them, let alone human being. We are talking about human being, one of the oldest tribe, the oldest tribe on the planet Earth. We are talking about one of the intelligent tribe you have in the Zoological Republic. 70 million people. We are talking about them. You want to exterminate them, you want to wipe them away from the planet Earth, and you think they will not go for self-defense. Today, self-defense has been activated fully by Biafra people. It has been activated. In case you don't know, that is where we are today. Our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has related to us the agreement of every Biafran. The Biafran people have agreed that we step up the game. That is why we have fully gone into the new dimension to secure Biafra land and to save our life and our unborn generation. That is why today, the Biafran struggle has entered fully into armed struggle. It is no longer a child's play. It is no longer crying and complaining. It's no longer writing an application or writing whatever. No. We have to start doing something. Just as they said, they told Mazi Nnamdi that he should go and start doing something. Then they will come. Today, we are on that direction, doing something to make sure that we get our nation Biafra and to make sure that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, is released. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi, laid the foundation that we are building upon today. The foundation that we are building upon today, Mazi Nnamdi laid that foundation. And thank you, that after he has laid that foundation, somebody came up to pick up that foundation and begin to build on that foundation. Those who were supposed to build on the foundation fall on the wayside. Those who were supposed to build on the foundation led by Mazi Nnamdi, some of them claimed to be there when the foundation was laid. Some claim that they were there, part of the foundation. But all of a sudden, they have forgotten the foundation laid by Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi laid the foundation of truth. Foundation of truth and consistency. That is why Mazi Nnamdi said, consistency is the key. And he made us to know that IPOB is consistency personified. But today, go and check how consistent has some of us been. That is how to know those who are following the footsteps of Mazi Nnamdi. That is how to know those who are still original member of IPOB. Today, because those who the mantle was supposed to be in their hand have decided to go the other way around and sold out, have taken up the struggle of Biafra autopilotedly. Today, the struggle of Biafra is in autopilot. Autopiloted by Chukwuokike. And Chukwuokike, through Mazi Nnamdi, have chosen for us a spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And he's building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi, who is the supreme leader of the struggle. The only supreme leader of the struggle, Mazi Nnamdi, and we will continue to follow him. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you say. All we are following is the truth and nothing but the truth. And as it stands today, the autopiloted, the original IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwuokike by himself, under the spokesman of Mazi Simon Ekpa. The only enemy we know today is one. The only enemy we know today is the Fulani Caliphate in the Zoological Republic and the British. They are the ones that are holding us captive, making sure that they create division among us, making sure that they create problem in our life, making sure that we don't survive, making sure that we are being exterminated in our own land, making sure that they can take our land and take our resources. These are the enemy we are after. As for the saboteurs, who we know are Biafrans, we have no time for them. We have no problem with them. Whether you are a politician or you are a member of IPOB and you have decided that it is your part to sabotage, Mazi Nnamdi made it clear that it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you do. It doesn't matter your plan. It doesn't matter the way you follow. That Biafra will definitely come. That even if they buy you over, Mazi Nnamdi made it clear, even if they buy you over, even if you sold out, that you cannot stop the coming of Biafra. That is why we are not bothered. We know the real enemy and we are focusing on the real enemy. Because we know that we have been made an endangered species in a country where we are supposed to be a first-class citizen. They are making us a third-class citizen. They have taken away every right from us. They are making sure that they subdue us. They are dehumanizing us And that is not enough. They are killing the Biafran people on a daily basis. Even as you're watching this video, innocent people are losing their life. As you are watching this video, the massacre is still going. They have started this killing all the way from 1945 up to today. The killing is still going on. From 1945, when the British came into the Zululand Republic, they bring people and merge people who has nothing in common together. They forced people together, knowing fully well that we have so many differences. We have the diversity in the zoological report is a diversity that doesn't have any place to meet. There's no meeting point. Between mainly the South and the North, there is no meeting point. It is understandable when we talk about our Oduduwa brothers. There are certain things we share in common with them. We can coexist with the Oduduwa brothers. But when you talk about the core North, the Fulanis, we have nothing in common with them. We have nothing in common with them. There is no traces of anything, any resemblance of existence between us and them. That is why, since 1945, they have been pursuing the agenda of wiping away the Biafran people. And Chukwu Okeke have kept us strong up to today and told them that they cannot wipe away his own children. We know whom we are. That is why we cannot accept second class. We know whom we are. That is why we are standing on our ground. To make sure that no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter the attack they bring, we will continue until Biafra come. They have tried on so many fronts, tried on so many ways to make us uncomfortable, tried on so many ways to make us deny our identity. But we cannot deny whom we are. We are Biafrans, and we know whom we are. If you're one of those who is sitting on the fence, if you're one of those who is ashamed to identify yourself with your region, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion. If you're one of those who is ashamed to identify yourself with your region, sorry for you. You are going to be used as a sacrificial lamb for their one Nigeria. And that's what they have been doing. Every single person that have denied his or her own region have always paid the price with their blood. And we cannot allow that. We know that we are in a place where people people that don't have anything in common. You know, when we say about the Nigerian, also what people think is, this is not as if we are making it up. These are things. Even people who believe in the one Nigeria have said it, that Nigeria is irredeemable. Nigeria is irredeemable. It doesn't matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter how you try to talk about it. Nigeria is irredeemable. This is a country that kills its own. A country that, where have you seen that? A country taking the life of its own. The kind of death that people are dying in the Zoological Republic, it doesn't want it. A government that cannot protect, only to take the life of its people. And when we talk about taking the life, you think it's so. Biafrans are facing the greatest challenge. And because Biafrans are the people who knows their right at all times, that is why they can be silent. Some will be saying, why is it that are we only one suffering? Are we only one? But even if we are not the only, we know our rights and we cannot stay down. If you have chosen to stay down, or you have chosen to sacrifice yourself, or you have chosen to commit suicide, that is your personal business. You must not force Biafrans into following your step. Chukwu Okeke know why he put us in that position. To liberate everybody in that Zoological Republic. To liberate every indigenous tribe that has been held captive. That is why Biafran people are in that. And we recognize that very assignment that Chukwu Okeke has given us. That is why we are not relenting in pursuing that assignment to the end. When you see a Biafran shouting for Biafra, crying for Biafra, he knows what he's doing. He knows who he is. He knows that it is the right thing to do. And for those who are still pretending not to know why, the reason why you must have to leave the Zoological Republic, because this is a country that destroys its own. A country that wants to make sure that no indigenous person survive. The interest of the British in the Zoological Republic is only oil. Only your wealth, your mineral resources, that's what they're interested in. They are not interested in the survival of the individuals. If the British are interested in your survival, they should have known that putting people who doesn't have the same interest together is a suicide mission. Even when some of them have come to confess that they made a great mistake in putting people that have anything in common. They don't have any common interest. They merge them together by force. That is a grave mistake. But correcting that mistake They don't want to correct it because of their interests. As long as the Fulanis are ready to continue to pump oil to British free of charge, as long as the Fulanis continue to open door for them to come and take as many resources as they want, as long as Fulanis are still holding on the military and the police, using it to oppress other people and then allowing Britain to do whatever they want in Nigeria, they don't care. It's about interest, including the United States. As long as things are going well, their oil companies and everything is running well in it, they don't care, including other countries. That was why the United States removed the name of Nigeria among the people, one of the worst countries that persecute Christians, without any proper investigation. Without any proper investigation. Not even coming to Nigeria. They were there in the United States. The Secretary of State was outside Nigeria and removed without any proper investigation. Even while religious intolerance is still going on a high scale in the Zuluka Republic. On a very high scale. Recently, we heard about the death of Deborah. The death of Deborah happened for how long now? And yet, more has happened. More attack has happened. Even since after the death of Deborah, more attacks have come against the Christians in Nigeria. And yet, people are playing to the gallery. If you say you don't know why Biafrans are asking out, you must know that we are asking out to save our life. It's a matter of life and death. And if you think that the genocide that the Zoological Republic is committing against the citizens is a joke, think again, and they will never stop. The Zoological Republic will never stop committing genocide against Biafra. You know, very soon on Friday, on the 7th, we are going to remember the Biafran people that are massacred in Asaba. The remembrance is coming. But have that genocide stopped? It has not stopped. It has not stopped. Genocide is going on, including even against our Ududua brothers, against the people who want Nigeria themselves. Only that, as a black man, they prefer to die in silence. They cannot fight for their rights. But for Biafrans, we know our right, and that is why we are speaking out. That is why we are fighting. Why we are asking out of the Zoological Republic is because it is a matter of life and death. We want to save our life. We have died enough. We have sacrificed enough. They have built and fed their one Nigeria with our blood enough. We don't want that to continue. That is why we want out. And that is why we are asking for self-determination through a referendum. That is what Mazin Lanekan have been asking for from day one. That is what we ask. We asked for self-determination through referendum, and they came after us, the people. They attack us, they kill us, they demonize us, they bomb us, they do all manner of things against us because of we're asking for the right thing. But they left the terrorists in the north, the terrorists who have no agenda than to steal, to kill, and to destroy. They don't care about it. They are not looking towards that direction. They are busy focusing on the Biafran people. They are busy focusing on the Biafran people at all given time. And if you think they're going to stop, think again. If you think that the Zoological Republic will stop killing innocent people, think again. I'm going to play a video of an incident that happened recently. EFCC opened fire on protesters. A country where you cannot come out and protest as a human being to say your mind, you can't say your own opinion. EFCC in Nigeria today opened fire and they killed. You are talking about NSAS. We are talking about massacre. They are ready to do it again and again and again. You see why we must get out. I want you to watch the video. An incident that played out today. You think it's a joke? Watch. See.
One person has been confirmed dead, with 2 others critically injured and receiving treatment in a hospital after being shot, allegedly by police operatives, during a protest by angry youths in Otovodo, Ugeli North local government area of Delta State. The angry youths in their numbers took to the streets of Ughelli to protest against alleged indiscriminate arrest by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, setting ablaze over 12 trucks laden with petroleum products and granite. They barricaded the busy Otowodo junction in Ughelli on the east-west road, burning tires on the road and disrupting vehicular movement, claiming that they are not criminals and should be left alone by the EFCC. A similar protest also took place in neighboring Efron, where about 95 youths were arrested the previous day over alleged cyber fraud. The youths also blocked the highway, preventing vehicular movement and bringing economic activities to a halt. The State Police Command says about 15 suspects have been arrested in connection with the protests.
You see why it is necessary that we get out of the Zoological Republic. Have you seen it? You see why it is necessary that if you are a Biafran from the old Southeastern region, you must wake up. You must wake up and prepare for what is about to come. This is a country that is ready to take your life at any given time. How can you be calling such a country a place where you cannot protest and air your views? These are youths protesting at the EFCC for the indiscriminate arrest of the EFCC. Every of us see what they're doing. We have seen it on video. You saw in so many cases where they are harassing youths and innocent people simply because you own an expensive phone. It's a crime. If you own a laptop, it's a crime. When you are well dressed, it's a crime. For the fact that you, like people who love to have tattoo in their body, that you have a tattoo in your body, it's a crime. In a country where the youths are not safe, and the youth came out to speak out and protest at the EFCC, they opened fire and they shot somebody there. You see why we must get out of the Zoological Republic. They will never change. You think they're going to change? They will never ever change. This is a country that have the military that the British have already taken and put in the hand of Fulanis to oppress the citizens. The military that was handed over to the Fulanis, the military police handed over to oppress the innocent citizens. And they will do it again and again and again without remorse, without any apology. And they will continue to do so. If you think they are going to stop, you are wasting your time. If you think they will stop, think again. These people are ready to take your life at any given time. They are ready to destroy you again and again. Again and again, as many times as possible. This is where we find ourselves. Now you see why we must get out of the Zoological Republic. You see why? But it's so sad that some people are not concerned because you are black man. Because it's a black nation. Some people are so daft in the head, they don't have the sense of humanity anymore. So many of us in the Zoological Republic, we don't have the sense of humanity. You will see evil happening on your own brother. Because you are not the one affected directly, you wouldn't care. Because you are not affected directly, you don't care. It doesn't matter to you. Look at the way the death of someone was announced.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.